It's time to check your money with Mike Jennings, wealth advisor with Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. Mike, what's going on, brother?
George, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, feeling good, feeling energized, my brother.
I know the last couple of weeks I've been coming on here with some surprises. I don't want to get the people too excited, but I think I have another one here.
All right, come on with it. Come on with it.
It's a small one, but
Okay.
and actually it's a little bit of a coincidence. I don't know if you can see the color of my shirt here,
Uh-oh,
but it's
wait a minute, wait a
blue,
minute. Blue, wait a minute. Uh-oh.
the blue shirt. So what does that
Uh-oh.
mean, George?
That means so that can mean a lot of things. But did you cross into a fraternal organization?
No,
You
no,
didn't do
no,
nothing like that.
nothing
All right.
like that.
All right,
Nothing
what you
like
got for me? What's the blue mean then? Wait,
that.
you're having a boy.
Yes.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh my God.
I see you're still on your recruiting thing though. I like that. I like
You
it.
see what I'm doing. Well, wait, but I'm not recruiting for that one though. But okay.
Yep. So yep, my lady and I are definitely excited. We're gonna have our own little boy in February. Um, so yeah, we're excited for that. But obviously I came on here to talk about some different financial things. So we're gonna get into that
Well,
this
before
week.
you get
This
there though, now you got
uh,
I got another question.
oh man. All right.
Got
All
another
right.
question. Did
All
y'all
right. I think we got
have
some time. We got some time.
all right, did you burst a balloon somewhere for the
Now,
blue?
see,
Did you do
we didn't want to be that. We didn't want to be the couple at 11 o'clock news, burn down half the park and all that thing.
All right, so there
We
was
just wanted to. It was something we just felt like we wanted to know beforehand, and obviously once we did, we made it known to our loved ones, our family. So
and to
everybody,
the rest of Syracuse
there we go, and
and
that's
and the rest of the country as well.
yep. So everyone's excited. Everyone's excited.
Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you, my good sir, my good sir. All right, back into what we are doing today. This week we are talking about the finances of marriage. Financial issues are some of the reasons, some of the main reasons why many couples do not last. Marriage is a partnership and it should operate as such. So I definitely want to discuss some of the many areas where couples have to coordinate their finances and come together and be actual partners in their household. Now, George, if you can answer this for me, who is running the books in your household? Is it you or is it your wife?
Well, that's a good question, but like most couples, we've had to figure out like our own little system. And let's just say it's a collaborative effort with a few budget debates along the way. But that's part of the process. And what matters most, I think, is having open conversations and being on the same page about the bigger picture.
Absolutely perfect answer. It should not, well, it's my opinion. It should not be one or the other. It should be a system that works for you in your individual household, right?
Right, right.
Um, so what are we really talking about here, right? Let's get into the day-to-day managing of finances for a household. How do married couples operate effectively? Number one, they talk, right? They have to consult with each other about how they're going to be handling their combined finances. And, just because one of you may be the primary income earner, you might not be as savvy when it comes to handling money, right? So we've had, here at the firm, we've had clients, many married couple clients, sometimes either the wife or the husband makes the money, but they will also see that the opposite person, yeah, the person that they're married to, is the one actually managing the day-to-day finances in the house. They're the ones that'll make sure the bills are paid and everything like that, right? So again, a system that works for you. Build a budget. You already knew I was going to say that. I say it.
Listen, it's been a mantra.
I say
In
it.
fact, Vicky wouldn't even let you go any further if you ain't say that, right?
I say it all the time. So again, y'all should have already known. I was coming on here and I'm gonna tell you about a budget. Decide who will be making sure the bills are taken care of, right? I just mentioned that earlier, right? What are some of the ways that can help with that? First of all, figure out which one of you are is more responsible with money. Again, this isn't a slight at anyone's character, but some people really just have money in their pocket and they need to spend it. And so you want to make sure that the more responsible person is the one that's handling that. Also, you have to ask yourself some questions, right? Do you or your partner struggle with financial anxiety? I believe we spoke about that last year, financial anxiety, right? This is sort of this new concept, this new term where people are nervous to even, look at their bank account on their phones. There's something, whether it's trauma they grew up with, or, they come from not having much money. And so, for some people that makes them really granular with their money. Other people, they're just really like trying to disassociate from that aspect of themselves, right? So understand that that's something that can happen to people, and you definitely want to be aware of what's going on with your money, especially when you're married and you're in a partnership and a household, right? As far as also taking care of bills, auto pay is always a great option. A joint account, of course, can also come in handy for structuring your payments, right? You both can still have your individual accounts,
Your little
but
side money.
little side money, a little side money. But make sure that the essentials are being taken care of in a joint effort. And, however you want to do that, again, that's up to y'all to decide 50-50. I know that we're not going to get into that whole discussion. That's a Twitter discussion. Either whether it's 50-50 or, proportional to your income. Just make sure that you're both contributing to that joint account, and then make sure that everything is taken care of from there. That way you're always sure that things are going to be taken care of. Combine your saving efforts, right? You may only be saving a little bit, and when you from your single days, you might be able to put a little bit of money to the side. Now, when you have two incomes, you can be a little bit more flexible. Even not even just your emergency savings with your bank account, but also, structuring your retirement plans at work as well. Making sure that those coincide with each other as well. That's a lot of things to consider. Any questions from you, George, so far?
Well, I've got a lot of things that I'm thinking about, and that's a lot of things to consider. But that's once you're actually married. What are the things you can do beforehand? Because there's some things you got to really think about. And one thing that comes to mind for me is also you're inheriting whatever your partner's
Ooh,
situation is, right?
ooh. That's a good one, George. But I mean, you're right. As you prepare to marry, to be in unison with this other person that you're in love with, make sure, number one, let me just say this, make sure you are always, continually updating all of those important documents. You're going to go through a lot of different changes when it comes to, being married versus being single. Anything with a beneficiary attached to it, obviously, right? That's the simplest thing you can do is make sure those are up to date. For the women out there, traditionally, there's a lot more paperwork on your side. If you're taking your partner's name and having to do all the changes to your name and things like that. But George, what you just said, right? Discussing your financial obligations, especially debt.
Mm-hmm.
When you decide to marry someone, you're not just taking on this person and this new life of your own. You're taking everything that comes with that as well. And nobody wants to be blindsided. So before, y'all take that trip down the aisle, make sure you're having a discussion of what kind of debt you have, what you owe, how much, what you plan on doing about it, what your credit scores are, check your credit, all of that, right? This is all very important thing, especially when you're going to be considered going forward as a unit, together financially, a unit. Um, and even going a little bit further than that, you can even determine if a prenuptial agreement is necessary. I know that that prenup word gets people riled up, but listen, just think of it as like a pre-planning, estate planning for your marriage, basically, right? These are things, it's not necessarily have to be a monetary thing, but this is simply things that help you protect. It protects each person in the marriage as well as children involved, right? Not even just the children produced from the marriage, but also children from prior marriages, right? We know that people get married second time or married to someone who has been married before. They may come into a relationship with kids already. A prenuptial agreement is something that can just simply chop up those complicated things and put them into writing so that if necessary, it is taken care of.
You just introduced a new wrinkle into it. Can you imagine if once you find out what your partner's credit score is, you be like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm 800. I can't do six. Oh my God.
Hey, you might be able to make it work. Just know that you're not getting that cosign.
You ain't getting that cosign. All right. So uh, in addition to the things that you mentioned, what are some other things that we might consider or need to consider that we might not be aware of?
Ooh, I mean, there's always a lot of things, right? This is again, finance is a big wide world of finance. Being married can have a significant impact on your taxes. I think we're all aware of that. All of your traditional income and contribution limits will increase. Some tax credits will increase and double in some areas as well. Now, depending on the difference, the disparity in your income, right? Getting married may bump you into a higher tax bracket overall, or it could put you in a lower tax bracket. And then, of course, this is if you are married and are filing jointly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, either way, this is known as the marriage penalty if you're going into a higher tax bracket, or a marriage bonus, air quotes, if you are going into a lower tax bracket. Um, other considerations, perhaps, you or your partner is a business owner. And then you have, losses and things like that, income, expenses to write off. You're getting into a more complicated tax situation than you may be used to. Um, of course, when you have two individuals to consider together, you can also get more creative, right? So it's not just an increase of possible issues. It's also an increase in a way that you can be a little bit more creative in how you solve these issues. Consulting a tax professional is always a great idea when those issues start getting a little bit more complex. George, we can honestly expound on so many of these different topics, and we definitely will do so in the future. But I really just wanted to give a quick overview and mention some things that people may not have considered before. In any case, consult with your advisor and review your financial plan to make sure that you and your partner are taking care of everything and taking advantage of everything that comes with marriage. Because for many people, it is definitely an advantage that comes with it. So if you don't have a plan, then of course you can always give your friendly neighborhood advisor a call at 315-748-5540. Again, that's 315-748-5540. Or you can send me a quick note at michael.jennings@brackensfsn.com.
All right. Mike Jennings is a wealth advisor with Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. He is your friendly neighborhood advisor.